this PBA season. That's how you start.
And Rob, watching all three finalists warming up, it looked like Randy Weiss had the best ball reaction. Chris Barnes' ball reaction looked a little bit suspect.
Dick Allen, the new father, has been on the tour since 1999. Allen with the strike. He hasn't won since late January in 2006, the Motel 6 Phoenix Classic, in which he defeated Hall of Famer Del Ballard Jr. And here's Randy Weiss. Again, the low score in this match eliminated.
Hook a lot, hook a lot. Slow down, slow down, slow down.
Just a little quick there. Ball pushes too long down the lane, leaving the 2-4-5. So we take a look at Chris Barnes' arsenal. He's going with the world beater, the strongest in terms of hook in his arsenal.
Back-to-back opening jacks for Barnes.
Okay, so remember that thing I was talking about? Barnes' reaction didn't look that great? Well, he figured it out.
He's very good at figuring things out on the lanes. Randy Weiss trying to clean things up, and he does.
I picked this guy to win this tournament when he made it to the regional finals.
Randy Weiss, the Cinderella story, and in the crowd there is one of Randy's friends. That's TJ Prozalanti, dressed up as Cinderella. He could not talk his buddy into dressing as Little Bo Peep, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately. Four pin left by Allen.
You see that back end reaction right in front of the head pin. Just a pinch high, leaving the 4 pin, but boy, you said it, Rob. He totally dominated this event, and we're looking for Richie Allen to get off to a really quick start.
Randy Weiss in the second. Gets all 10 to drop there. He was 60th at the Pepsi Viper Championship, his best finish this season until this tournament. Allen on the left lane. Curls that one in for a spare.
Barnes told me before we went on the air that the left lane was a couple boards tighter. He's using 2 different bowling balls. He figured out a way to blend the left lane out in the first frame. Obviously, that shot was perfect. Let's see if he can follow it up with another strike and a 3-bagger.
And Barnes with the early lead through 2 frames. Barnes has made at least 1 TV appearance in 12 straight seasons. A couple of years ago was voted the 26th greatest PBA player, and I think he kind of keeps climbing up that ladder.
He's been magnificent this year on TV, and you know his struggles on television have been well documented the last couple of seasons, not this season.
Dick Allen working off a spare in the second. Here he is on the right lane. In the third, gets all 10 to drop. Randy Weiss up now, spare in the first, strike in the second. Here's his arsenal, Randy.
Going with a Nomad, which is kind of right in the middle of the arsenal in terms of hook potential. But remember, the first shot went light, 2-4-5. The second shot was a light mixer. Let's see if he stays with this choice of bowling ball.
Carry.
Messenger just misses the 10.
And this is what happens from practice to the start when the lights go on. The oil moves down the lane a little bit, and all of a sudden his down lane reaction is a bit too soft.
Barnes, his effort in the fourth. He has been perfect through 3. If we were to label these 3 guys, he would be labeled as your favorite today.
Without question, Rob.
That's an opening ham bone. And his son in attendance. There's Ryan shredding eardrums. Second spare in 3 frames there for Weiss.
Remember, it's the low game that's out. So no matter if Chris Barnes shoots 300, all that does is get him into the finals. It'll be decided between the other two players, but taking a look at Dick Allen's arsenal, going with a mission because, quite frankly, he's a man on a mission.
And a man dressed to impress today as well, working the all whites. Looks like a Navy Week in New York City or San Diego.
This guy was so pumped up in practice he was running him out. I mean, that's how fired up Dick Allen was getting ready for the start of this telecast.
He's got a lot of confidence in his game. His time here in Indianapolis with the Dick Weber PBA playoffs has really done a ton for his approach between the ears. I think also becoming a father has done a lot for him as well.
Olay.
Drop and give me 10 from Weiss.
There's that soft hand and nice rolling soft speed that gives Randy Weiss that great ball reaction down lane. It's exactly what he's looking for.
So Allen with strike spare through 4.
Come on.
Barnes, perfect through 4. He kicks off the 5th frame. Five for Barnes. And Randy, I find it interesting to watch the pace of this match so far. 3 guys, kind of a hectic, speed it up, but when it comes to Barnes, it stops. It slows down, and he plays the tempo he wants to play.
Yeah, exactly. He's not going to change his rhythm or his pre-shot routine for anyone.
Another strike on that right lane for Allen.
And there's the polar opposite. Richie Allen up immediately, boom, off and running to the foul line. And a nice result, mixing the rack up there. Strike, spare, strike for Dick Allen. No doubles yet. Randy Weiss can double up right here in the 5th. And that would put Dick Allen in the bottom of the pack.
Right of target and a tough lead for Weiss.
Jeez.
Again, this is his first live television appearance. Handled the lights very well through our tape shows leading up to our live presentation of the Dick Weber Playoffs Championship Sunday.
Well, no harm, no foul here if he can convert this washout.
Come on, baby.
Yeah! Take a look now at the Bear Trusted Pain Relief Replay brought to you by the makers of Bear Aspirin. This one could have been painful for Randy Weiss, but the gentleman from Columbia, South Carolina steps up and textbook finish.
Yeah, and that's huge because that keeps him tied with Dick Allen. Just a great, great shot given the circumstances and the pressure.
A big conversion for Weiss. But early on, through 5 frames, it's been all Chris Barnes. Perfection through 5. The conclusion of our 3-way match 1 when we return. One of these guys will see their season close next. Chris Barnes in early control, though.
And then it's the adjustments that occurred during the matches. But I don't think it favors one player more than the next. No.
Crack open a 6-pack.
And when we talk about adjustments, it's not just with feet and eyes in terms of where you're standing and looking on the lane. It's also with equipment. And that's exactly what Chris Barnes is doing, using 2 different bowling balls on this pair.
Barnes is mauling these lanes today. Dick Allen can max out at a 260, looking for his first pair of strikes and finds it.
Are you kidding me? How bad was that?
Up next, Randy Weiss, and here's Randy on the ride he's been on the last month.
Oh, this last month has been amazing. It has been so much fun. There's not even words to describe how fun, and I'd be lying if I didn't say how much I enjoyed all the attention I've been getting and all the excitement amongst all my people at home. It's been a great time.
Here is Weiss. Oof. Off target. He was saying to us yesterday, it's almost a shame that this month is about to end. It's been a great ride for him back in Columbia and through the PBA world as he continues his pursuit of his first ever PBA crown, but right of target there. So while he mulls that spare option, Chris Barnes steps up, looking to add the extra point to the touchdown.
Right in the middle. Oh, thank you.
Well, it looks like he just got too much hand in this shot here. Watch this ball just overreact and go right through the nose, leaving the 3-6-9-10.
Nice cleanup there by Weiss. And Weiss has been very solid with his spare work today, Randy.
Well, yeah, and that's what's kept him in this match because his ball reaction does not look all that great right now. He finds himself in that number 3 spot. Remember, the low score is out. Right now, Randy Weiss trying to decipher what adjustments need to be made for him to continue on.
3-6-9-10 for Barnes. This is his first spare effort of the afternoon, and he drops those 4 pins.
Well, that's an important spare because Chris Barnes remains in the 240s with that conversion. The best Randy Weiss can shoot now 237.
Allen in second. A strike would be huge, and he leaves the 10.
That's a better shot than last frame. Come on.
And if you're Randy Weiss, that's exactly
Run it
what you
down.
wanted to see. Is you don't want Richie Allen to get too far out in front. This gives Richie Allen, or puts him in the high 200s as he leaves that ring in 10. Randy Weiss, all he needs is a double to get right back in this.
Weiss, his effort on the left lane.
Almighty.
Another washout.
What kind of shots you gonna make, huh?
A little hop there on the approach from Allen. Takes care of the 10
frames,
pin.
Dick. Way to fill frames. Golly.
Lucky ball choice.
Phil Frames. Good advice.
Phil Frames, unfortunately for Randy Weiss, he's got to make back-to-back washouts on this left lane to stay in this.
First open frame of the afternoon.
Big trouble now. He's lost a lot of count the last 3 frames. So now for Randy Weiss, it's almost to that point where he's thinking, I've got to strike out to have any chance.
Cinderella's run may be coming to a close. Here's Barnes, who is in great shape as we begin the 8th. Strike number 7.
Now the problem is for the player that advances, he gets to take on that beast of a man. And I mean beast of a man. This guy is making him look sick. Chris Barnes is in it to win it.
Finish. Come on.
You could make a very strong case for Chris Barnes as player of the year. If you take away Mika Koivuniemi's unbelievable success at the majors, and it's hard to take that away because that's part of the season. Barnes is your player of the year. And I think he's number 2 behind Mika.
Yeah, I'd go there.
O'Neal number 3.
I'd go there. But he's not going to pass Mika no matter what. If
Absolutely
he
not.
wins, Mika's season way too strong with all the majors and what he did at the majors. But yeah, I mean, if for some reason, you know, Chris Barnes' road or tour roommate Mika Koivuniemi missed a couple of wake-up calls this season, Chris Barnes is your player of the year.
Easily. Big frame here for Weiss in the 8th.
Gotta have it.
Finally.
And does.
He's
Just
got
his 3rd strike through 8.
Rob, he's got to have all of them to have any chance, in my opinion. Dick Allen is at 209. Randy Weiss can strike out for 212. That is if Dick Allen doesn't throw another double. The only chance Randy Weiss has, he must strike out from here on out. You're going to see a ball change coming up for Chris Barnes right now in that left lane. Some kind of adjustment. The last 2 shots going high. That one almost Brooklyn.
Allen working off a strike.
Hey, Chris, the last two shots on the left lane both went high. What adjustments are you going to make on that left lane?
The first one was no good at all, Randy, but it was really slow. But that one there wasn't too bad. So the front's starting to break down for me. I either got to move about 3 left with that ball, or I start using the same ball on both lanes.
Thanks, Chris.
That conversation courtesy of PBA Talkback. Allen on the right lane. Filling frames. And another spare for Dick Allen.
Chris Barnes is locked into the finals now. At very worst, he'll be in the 230s. The best Dick Allen can shoot 219. But for Randy Weiss, his tournament life is on the line. He must strike out 9th and 10th frame to have any chance.
Seeking his first double of the afternoon is Weiss.
Carry one.
And finds it.
Remember the last 2 shots on that left lane, he went wash out. Finally comes back with a great shot when he needed it most.
Cinderella not yet ready to leave the dance floor.
Chris Barnes is locked. He's moving on right now. It's all about what happens here in the 10th frame for for the 10th frame for Dick Allen. If he doubles and gets good count, he'll shut out Randy Weiss. There's one.
Barnes moves on. A 2-match championship showdown waiting in the wings. Will it be Dick Allen or will it be Randy Weiss that'll be taking on Barnes? Allen with the advantage right now. Strike and 4 pins to advance. Leaves the 10.
Door is wide open for Randy Weiss.
Dick Allen's wife, Sarah, taking this one in. Randy Weiss taking the sweat off his brow. He's still alive. Barnes will conclude.
Give Dick Allen the spare here. He'll shoot 209. That means Randy Weiss will have to get 2 strikes in the 10th frame and 8 to beat Dick Allen by 1. Ten-pin got swept off. Richie Allen not trying to ice Randy Weiss. He is simply waiting for that 10-pin to be respotted. Double and 8, Rob. Anything less, Dick Allen moves on, and Randy Weiss's Cinderella story comes to an end. Remember what he did against Tommy Jones. He needed all 3 to beat Tommy Jones by 1 pin. He got up and he went pack, 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 and sent Tommy Jones packing. Now he needs 2 and 8.
Oh, baby!
There's one. Well, you could see it when he threw it, man. He posted the shot up beautifully. That ball was dead flush. He needs one more just like it. Richie Allen bowled a really good game, had some unfortunate carry issues, which is the only reason why he only bowled 209. Now, Randy Weiss, 1 strike and 8 pins away from taking on Chris Barnes for the title. Biggest shot of his career right here, Rob.
Leaves the 10. And Allen moves on. A game effort from Weiss. It'll be Dick Allen versus Chris Barnes for the Dick Weber playoff crown. And Cinderella has left the building. It's been a great run for Randy Weiss, and we really enjoy getting to know him and watching him roll, but his fellow Columbia, South Carolina native, Dick Allen, is just a little bit better. College bowling follows.